Hey man, I want to give some thoughts on Claressa Shields. Coming off of her heavyweight championship bout versus Danielle Perkins, where she successfully dominated Danielle Perkins for the duration of the 10 rounds, almost got the knockout in the very last round for the ones that saw it. You know, it was a good shot. You know, she weaved what was it? I think, yeah, she weaved the left hand, the straight left from Danielle, and countered with the right. You know what I mean? And Danielle Perkins, she didn't see the punch, but Claressa Shields is that skilled where even though she don't have a bunch of knockouts, you know she hit you with something that you don't see, she can get you up out of there. But you know what I was more impressed by was the the people that came out to support Claressa. Claressa has been on a marketing um she's just been marketing herself like crazy this last few years, attaching her name to other names, whether it be men in the sport or people that's not in the sport, but people who have clout. Um, she came in, she walked in with Papoose. It looks like they talking now. I don't know if it's just for TV because it's kind of tricky with the celebrities. Sometimes they do stuff just to create headlines, so two people might pop out together and just to get people talking. So I don't know if Papoose and Claressa is really together or not. However, it's gotten a lot of attention. And I talked about this maybe 2 years ago where there is a lot of there's like a collaboration of cultures, and it's the boxing culture and the battle rap culture. And I had been talking about how it's a lot of similarities between both, when we talking about rounds, punches, um, offense, defense. The battle rap community applies a lot of the same principles as boxing, except for they're not physically, harming each other. It's not a hurt sport. It's just a competitive um, sport where who can talk the best, who can talk that talk, trash talk the best, basically, with the flow, with the cadence, and with the, rhymes, schemes, and all that stuff. So Claressa talking to Papoose, that really kind of molded those cultures, I feel. And I feel like Claressa Shields in particular, she's going to be getting a lot more of the battle rap traffic to her events and to her live streams because she uses her YouTube channel and her social media platforms quite a bit. Um, so I think Claressa has done a tremendous job. Whether we agree with it or not, how she's gone about marketing herself and getting a lot of eyes on her. You know, I don't really think that other females in the sport of boxing should be hating because Claressa is helping all of them. My humble opinion. Um, Pretty soon, a lot of these female boxers are going to want to be on Claressa Shields' cards in the future because there's a lot of people that are paying attention to Claressa Shields. She just had her movie at the end of last year, 2024. She put out her movie, the was it The Fire Inside? I haven't seen it yet, but she did a lot to promote the movie. She went to multiple platforms doing interviews, and was even getting into, she got into it with Remy Ma. Um, that whole situation, her talking to Papoose. So it was a lot of different things leading up to her movie that she was able to capitalize on and bring attention to the movie, instead of just the negative headlines that she might get um, online and stuff like that. So I just think that she's going about it the way that she wants to go about it, as far as bringing the eyeballs to her events, to her movies, and whatever other stuff she got planned, you know. Um, and I noticed Bud Crawford was there, and I did a video some years back too, saying that, well, speaking on how a lot of the men boxers don't come out and support her, but she's always there to support the men. And I just thought it wasn't fair that, you know, you got this super accomplished female boxer who gives the men boxers all the respect, and she's humble about it, and she gives them their flowers, but they're not really giving her her flowers. And now we're seeing the a page turn where in 2025 these fighters, or at least Bud Crawford, showed up, and Bud, we know, is one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing. One of the most accomplished fighters in the sport of boxing, present day, active. And was humble enough to show up for Claressa Shields, you know, and in giving her her flowers, even held her belts, walked to the ring holding her belts. She asked him, she was like, can you hold my belts? You know, walk to the ring, hold my belts. And I didn't catch the footage of him holding the belts, but he did say, you know, yeah, I got you. You know, I hold your belts. So I'm assuming it actually happened. But just the mere fact, even if he didn't hold the belts, just the mere fact that he was there showing his support, I think that was big. And then it just brings more attention because Bud has a fan base. So it just brings more eyeballs to Claressa Shields. You got Bud Crawford's fan base now paying attention to Claressa if they wasn't already paying attention to her. So I just think that that's an awesome thing. Um, Despite the people that say they don't like her personality and all of that, this is the fight game, yo. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of individuals that have, you know, personalities that a lot of people don't like, but they can fight their ass off. And when they get in that ring, you kind of forget about the personality. Some examples, you got Tank is, I don't like Tank personality, but he's a hell of a fighter. You know, you don't even think about his personality when he's fighting. Floyd, you know, a lot of people didn't like Floyd. I didn't really like Floyd personality, you know, but the nigga's a hell of a fighter. And I forgot about all that personality stuff when that bell rung. Muhammad Ali, you know, rest in peace. But Muhammad Ali was one of those trash talkers. A lot of people didn't like his personality. But when that bell rung, you know, it's like you forgot because he's just such an incredible fighter and somebody who can back up what he say. You know, he can trash talk and back it up. So, Claressa Shields, you know, she is the GWOAT. She is the greatest woman of all time. Nobody has really topped what she's accomplished in men or women's boxing. You know, two-time gold medalist, what, four-time undisputed, if I'm not mistaken, 3 different weight classes. It's just incredible, just incredible. And the only thing is that just the only thing that sucks about it is that it's just nobody close to her level in women's boxing that can really compete with her, man. Um, don't matter if it's somebody faster than her, don't matter if it's somebody bigger than her, stronger than her. Claressa Shields is just, she's too smart. She's too smart for these females. She's too experienced, um, too skilled, just too skilled and too dominant. On both ends, offensively and defensively. And that's the thing about it, you know, to be a complete fighter, you got to be able to have the offense and be able to defend yourself. And Claressa can do both. And not everybody has the full package. So I'm glad now that people are acknowledging her, giving her her flowers. She's able to get the bigger paydays that she deserves, and hopefully that trickles down into the other women in the sport of boxing that they can get what they deserve, and stop really hating and bashing Claressa because of how she goes about doing what she do, whether it's um, rap, you know, whether it's how she dresses, whether it's about how she talks. There's always something that we can pick apart from elite fighters that we've seen throughout this sport. We can say, oh man, I didn't like the way this fighter did that. I don't like the way that fighter did this. You can go down the list, but one thing that remains the same with a lot of these athletes that have gotten criticized at the top level. They still entertain, they still are dominant, and they can throw them hands. And Claressa Shields is someone who can throw them hands, and she's still undefeated. Nobody has shut her up yet. And that's all it takes. You know, if people really are tired of Claressa Shields talking and a success, find somebody out here that can beat her, because I haven't seen nobody. There's nobody out here in the sport that has even come close to beating Claressa Shields, you know. But we got to see what she's going to do going forward. I think that fighting at home is good for her. You know, it's not like she's you know, like it's not like it bothers her to fight at home, because some people are too nervous when they fight at home and they have shaky performances. Claressa's the same. It don't matter if she's fighting in the UK, don't matter if she's fighting in MGM Grand in Vegas, or if she's fighting in Flint. Claressa is just, she's just elite, you know. And then when you've won 2 gold medals and you've traveled the world and fighting people all over, you know, the from continent to continent, it's nothing. There is no pressure on you. You've been doing this. You've been here before. And Claressa Shields is just growing a lot more confident. Her composure, she's able to dance and rap and have all of these celebrities at her events, other, you know, top boxers from men's boxing showing up, and it don't phase her. She's still able to perform at a top level. So I got to give it up to Claressa. You know, y'all know how I give it up on this side. I got to give her the flame of fame, you know, for just being on some big champ shit, you know, showing women and men how it's supposed to be done, you know, challenging the best competition in your weight class, you know, and racking up the belts, racking up the wins, and gaining the clout in the process. So flame of fame to Claressa Shields. Shout out to her. It was a great event. The arena looked filled up. Hopefully she got a great payday. And I look forward to seeing her back in the ring soon. Hopefully before the year is up, 2025. So that's all I got. And the Black Horseman, also known as Black Horse Promotions, UGC Flame. And shout out to everybody that caught the video. I'm out.